Hey, what's up guys, Sam here with Custom PC Review, and today I have for you the unboxing of the Xigmatek Prime SD1484 CPU cooler. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the fan, and this is an extra fan that Xigmatek sent along with the cooler to allow me to use this CPU cooler in a push-pull configuration, which means I would be using two fans. So this fan right here is a little different from the one included in the package. This one is a 3-pin fan, whereas the fan included in the package is a 4-pin. However, otherwise it is pretty much identical. And the first thing you'll notice about this fan is the fan's blade design, and this blade design is supposed to increase airflow and also a reduction in noise. Another thing that Xigmatek sent in their package was, of course, the LGA 2011 compatibility screws. So this CPU cooler can be used with LGA 2011 processors. And there's a little diagram on the front on how the install will work. Alright, so with that out of the way, we are going to move to the unboxing of the CPU cooler itself. And I gotta say that the packaging does look extremely cool. Right in the front you do have that Prime SD1484 as well as the logo on the top right hand corner. Here you do have sort of some pictures of the cooler itself, and again you do have that Prime SD1484. Up here you have a couple of features, and the big one for Xigmatek is of course the heat pipe direct touch technology, as you can see right there. And basically it allows the heat pipes to touch the CPU itself, and that should in theory reduce temperatures of your CPU. So here's a couple more pictures of some features such as the dual fan option. And that is pretty much it. There are some specifications here. If you are interested, you can go pause this video and you can take a look. Now, one of the important things on this is the fan, of course. It does spin up to a maximum of 1200 RPMs, so it should be fairly silent. And that is pretty much it. So we will open this box and find out what exactly is inside. Alright, so opening the top of the box right here, and it actually comes apart that way. So pretty interesting box design. The foam is actually pretty nice. It's the closed cell variety. But here you do get that fan that is included, and it's pretty much exactly the same as the other fan that I was sent. However, this fan does include that 4-pin connector, whereas the last fan only included a 3-pin connector. So this one will work with PWM technology, which means that it will spin up and spin down based upon the temperature of the CPU. So there's that foam right there. Very nice foam, very protective of the product itself. So underneath that you do have that heatsink, but of course we will check out the accessory box first. And this accessory box is quite heavy. There is actually quite a bit of stuff in here. However, as usual, most of this stuff probably isn't going to be used, as this CPU cooler is compatible with pretty much every motherboard out there: LGA 775, 1155, 1156, 1366, 2011, AMD socket AM2, AM2 Plus, AM3, etc, etc. So a lot of compatibility here. And that's a big bag of mounting hardware. On the right side of the bag you do have the fan clips, which are kind of like rubber bands, and that basically dampens the vibration of the fan as it's spinning. So that will reduce noise, or at least it's supposed to. And that right there is the user's manual, Xigmatek labeled all over it. And typically the installs for Xigmatek CPU coolers have been pretty easy, pretty simple installs, so I expect no less out of this CPU cooler as well. So lastly, we are going to move on to the heatsink. And the heatsink is wrapped in the plastic bag, as you can see here. And so the heatsink actually looks pretty good. It's got a very interesting fin design right in the center. It has those extra fins that run across. And most of the fins are in like this wavy sort of design, so that's very interesting. It has 4 heat pipes, and each of these heat pipes are 8mm a piece. And there's the bottom right there with the heat pipe direct technology, or the heat pipe direct touch technology, of course. And that is the top right there. So definitely a really good looking CPU cooler, and it would pretty much just look like that once the fans are mounted. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have for you today on the unboxing of the Xigmatek Prime SD1484 CPU cooler. So I do have a couple more shots for you guys, so stay tuned for that. I want to thank Xigmatek for providing the CPU cooler for review. And as always, if you like this video, please like, favorite, and subscribe. I want to thank you guys all for watching, and stay tuned for more.